don't take much time to remember the concept. Yes.
Yes, sir. Concepts I can understand, but while applying it, little challenge.
Yes, to understand where to start. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So understanding the quotient takes some time, and it is fine. Okay. So now, actually, you know your weaknesses. So you have to practice more for these types of improvement for calculation and understanding the quotient.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And there is some confidence you need actually in that area also. When a student don't feel confident about any concept, then the question solving is delayed.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And these examination marks is included in your final marks.
Sir, term, term one pre-boards will be included.
Pre-board examinations marks is included. Yes.
Yes, sir.
And what about these are the term and examination, I think.
Yes, sir. This is term one, so I think this will also be included.
This will also be included. Okay.
I'm not sure. I think it will be.
Okay. So this is your first or second examination, I think. Second, yes.
The second, we had a unit test first.
Okay. Okay. So where we are in our previous class, actually, it's been 2.5 weeks, I think. Yes, 14th September was the last class. We were discussing a ratio. Actually, I will go through this chapter again because we have completed it little fast. So there are some area where we have skipped some important things maybe.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so first of all, actually, I want to revise all the concept so that there is nothing left. Okay, so in partnership, we have completed fundamentals. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and goodwill,
Yes, sir.
change in PSR,
Yes, sir.
admission,
Yes, sir.
retirement.
No, sir. We did not read the
Yes.
admission.
Okay, we have completed until this chapter. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So we have to complete retirement, death, and dissolution. Yes, in partnership.
Yes, sir.
And in the third book, we have completed ratio.
Yes, sir.
What about cash flow?
The only cash flows left. Others all done.
Okay, all other chapters is completed. So yes, cash flow. And then accounting for share capital, we have done, but we have to go through it again. Not a full chapter is completed, so we will go through a little slow. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And what about debentures?
So that we have to do.
Issue and redemption of debenture. Okay. So we have to complete the chapters also. Accounting for share capital, issue of redemption, issue and redemption of debenture, cash flow, and that is retirement, death, and dissolution. Okay. And can you tell me when is your final examination?
So like
The
the
month?
board exams.
Yes.
So probably in the month of February, like 15th Feb.
Okay, 15th Feb. Let's say Feb. not 15th, because you need some time to revise the concept at your home yourself. Okay, so from February we leave. We have October, November, December. Okay, so let's start with accounting for share capital. So the first thing in accounting for share capital is definition part that we have already completed. Can you tell me the definition of company?
So company is an organization formed by two or more people. It is an
Yes.
it is an artificial person.
Yes. Very good.
There are three types of companies. One is one-person company, private company, and then public company.
Okay. Okay. So actually different type of companies are different concept. Yes.
Sir.
Yes. I'm just asking for definition. So you can say a company is an artificial person created by law, which capital of which is divided into small parts, which is called shares, and the ownership of these shares means ownership of company, and company also has a common seat.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so I think definition is already we have discussed. You also written that concept, yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you remember features of company?
So yes, so it requires two or more people to start. It needs a common seal. It
Okay,
has perpetual succession.
very good.
It is managed by board of directors.
Okay. Okay, so this is our share. So this is our share capital. Company is an artificial person created by law, capital of which is divided in shares and which has a common seal. Now, there are some features. First is artificial person created by law because it is created by individuals, the persons. So that's why it is artificial. And it is person created by law means company is created through the process of law. That's why it is artificial person created by law. Separate legal identity means company has its own identity up, separate from its owner. Third is limited liability means the shareholders of the company, the owner of the company has a limited liability means it is not like that if the company is in loss, then we have to sell our house, sell our property, and then pay the liability of the company. It is not like that. Whatever we have guaranteed the company, the number of share we have purchased, the liability will be calculated on the basis of that, and that is our liability. Okay, so it is limited to that amount. This is limited liability. The next one is perpetual succession. Perpetual succession means company is running. Okay, instead, if there is, let's say, there is some not partner, there is death of any shareholder or director, it will not affect the company. It will be continuously working. Okay, so that is called perpetual succession. The next is transferability of shares. So company shares are transferable. Okay, it can be easily transferred to some other persons, but there is some restriction in transfer of share in private company. Okay, we will discuss it later, but there are some restriction. Share of private company is also transferable, but there are some restrictions. Next is management and ownership, means the ownership and management in company is different. Okay, owners are shareholders and management is in hands of directors of the company. Okay, and the last one is common seal. It is signature of the company, or you can say stamp of the company. So these are the features. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, is there any doubt in the definition and feature part? Any question you want to ask?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, you were saying about types of company. So these are the types of company we have on the basis of liability. The company is divided into three parts. First is limited by shares, means where a company, let's say, I think you know this limited by share. Can you give me one example for this? If you remember. If you don't remember, tell me, I will explain.
The example for limited by share.
Yes.
I don't remember.
Okay. So limited by shares, that's why actually we are revising the concept, because we have done it very fast. So maybe some concept is out of your mind. That's why. Okay. Okay. Now, limited by shares. And you know the meaning of shares?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you tell me?
The shares are the
Shares are?
that is the capital of the company is broken down into smaller parts called shares.
Very good. So company capital is divided into small parts, which is called shares. Now, shares have a separate a specific price, you can say. It has a face value. Let's say the share price is 100 rupees. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And you have purchased total 50 shares, or not 50, 500 shares. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now, so total 500 shares we have purchased, and this is the dear price. So total amount is 50,000.
Yes, sir.
Total 500 share, and one share value is 100 rupees. So total 50,000. Now, in this 100 rupees, you have paid 40 rupees per share already. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So 40 rupees means 500 into 40. You have already paid 20,000 rupees. So now, in any situation, company cannot demand 30,000, cannot demand more than 30,000 rupees from you. Okay, so this is maximum demand. Okay,
Yes, sir.
this is your liability. So that's why it is called limited liability, means liability is fixed.
Okay, sir.
Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Actually, this example you should write. Wait. This is face value and 500 share. Now, already paid 40 rupees per share. So amount paid equals to 500 into 40 and maximum demand 50,000 minus 20,000. Maximum demand is 30,000. Okay, so when you write this limited by shares, you will write the example, this example. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. After this, you have taken the screenshot or you want to write?
Sir, I'm writing.
Tell me when you have completed.
Yes, sir. Sir, done.
So the second is limited by guarantee. It is similar to limited by shares, but there is a difference. In these type of company, there is no share. There is no share capital. Okay, so in these company, you give a guarantee to the company that in case of any bad situation, I will pay this much amount. Okay, to the company. So this is your guarantee to the company. And if you have already paid any amount to the company, then it will be deducted from that guarantee and the balance of your liability. Like when, let's say, in situation, guarantee, actually no share capital. No share capital, then guarantee given to company. For a specific amount or fixed amount. Now, amount already paid is deducted from guarantee. So for this example, let's say you have given a guarantee of 10,000 rupees to the company and you have already paid 2,000. So the balance amount of 8,000 is your liability towards company. So this is limited by guarantee. Now the third is unlimited company, means a company where the liability of shareholder is unlimited. It works like partnership form, but it is not in actually not present situation. There is no company like this. Okay. So you can say we are studying only theory for unlimited company. It does not exist in our country. So this is unlimited company. Now, on the basis of participation means public participation. Okay. So on the basis of participation, there's three types of company: private company, public company, one-person company. Okay. There is also a company called government company. Okay. Now, what are the differences between private company, public company, and one-person company? So this is our difference. You can see here, in private company, it restricts the right to transfer shares. I already told you that there is some restriction on transfer of shares. Now, there is a question: what is these restriction and why it is placed on transfer of share? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, can you tell me anything about it, or you don't know? Okay. So let's say there is 5%. Now, this is a company, and these are shareholders. Now, it is private company. Okay. Sometimes people don't want the unnecessary interference in decision. Okay. So they think that they are capable of doing the business at their own. They don't need any external support. That's why they have created a private company. Now, what is the benefit of private company if some outsider can join the company as shareholders? There is no benefit in that. Yes, if this is the situation.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's why now all these shareholders are actually bound that they will not sell their shares to any outsider. Okay, so A will not sell, B, C, D, E. Anyone cannot sell their shares to the outsider. If they want to leave the company, they want to sell their shares, then they will sell the shares to one of the members only.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so if A want to leave the company, let's say, so he has to sell the shares to B, C, D, or E, anyone.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so this is the situation. That's why there are some restrictions that you cannot sell the shares to outsider. Before that, you have to take permission in AGM, annual general meeting.
Okay, sir.
So that's why it is private company. There are some restrictions. Now in public company, it is called public company because any person can purchase or sell shares in the open market. Okay, there is no restriction on sale or purchase of share apart from the government restrictions. So sometimes government put restriction for sell purchase of shares. So that is only for some time. Okay, but generally there is no restriction on sale purchase of share. If you want to purchase the share of the company, then you can easily purchase the share in open market by opening a demat.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so this is called our uh, private company because there is some restriction. Now the second thing is minimum 2 directors, maximum 15 directors in these types of company. Okay, now
Yes, sir.
in public company, yes, in public company, minimum 3 directors are required. In private company, minimum 2 directors are required, and maximum 15 directors in private company. Okay, in private company, maximum member can be 200. Okay, minimum 2, maximum 200. But in private company, minimum member can be 7.
Sir, in which company?
In public company.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so in private company, minimum shareholders will be 2, and in public company, minimum shareholders will be 7.
Okay, sir.
Okay, now maximum member you can see is 100 in private company. Yes.
Sir, it's given 200.
Yes, sir. 200, not 100. It's 200. My mistake. Okay, it's 200. Okay. Now, in public company, there is no limit on the maximum number of members, number of shareholders.
Yes, sir.
Now, can you tell me why there is no limit?
So because it is for the public participation, so
Yes. So, how many publics are invested money into the business is not limited. Okay, they can be in any number. That's why it cannot be restricted on any specified number.
okay, sir.
Like in India, actually, the total population of India is 140 crores. Yes. And if, let's say, only 2-3% is investing, 2-3% are investing money into the share market, then it will be around, I think, 3 to 4 crores. Okay. So if that many people can purchase the shares, then there can be no limit. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, what is difference between public company, private company, and government company? There is a term government company. So in government company, the total shareholding maybe a total shareholding of government is 51%, means controlling stake is with the government. That's why it is called government
Okay, sir.
company. Okay. Sometimes government also purchased 20 to 25% in some of the company. It is also called controlling stake, because let's understand one thing. Like I have also purchased some of the shares in some of the company. Okay. So like me, there are many person in the market. Now let's say total number of share is 100. They keep 25 to 30% to themselves and then sell the balance 70% in the market. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now in this 70%, only some part is with big shareholders, the you can say the large stakeholders is 10 to 15%, and the balance 50 to 55% is with small shareholders like me. And small shareholders generally don't participate in the matter of any business. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Like I get the notification for the voting in any company and I ignore it. I don't do the voting. Okay. So this is why total 25 to 30% is also called controlling stake.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So in this 70%, only 10 to 15%, and let's say 5% from here is also voting. So this is voting percentage in total. It will become 20% maximum. Yes.
Yes, sir.
And they are 25 to 30%. So you can see it is controlling stake.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now public company, government company, private company. We have completed these. Now one person company. There is a new concept of one person. It is not in the past. Okay. It is applicable after I think 2013-14. Okay. It came into effect after that. So what is one person company? Now, in past, there is a restriction on starting a company that you, at least 2% or 3% is required for starting a company. In a public company, you need at least 7%. So number of member should be more than 2, 3, 5, 7, like this. Okay. But if one person wants to start a company, okay, because he wants uh, to create a large company, large firm. Okay, so he want to make it a company, not proprietorship business. Generally, one person can start only proprietorship business.
Yes, sir.
So government has given the access of company to one person also. This is what one person company means. Now you can create a company with one person. You don't need any other person.
Okay, sir.
But if government gives some benefit, then it puts some restrictions also, because the benefit cannot be utilized in the wrong way. That's why it puts some restriction on one person company. So it can only be formed by a natural person being an Indian citizen. It cannot be formed by any outsider, any foreign citizen. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Next, cannot be formed for charitable purpose. You cannot do a charitable business in the name of one person company. Okay. You have to do normal business.
Okay, sir.
You know what is charitable business?
Yes, the non-profit organizations and
Yes, the chapter you studied, it is also a company concept. Okay, so non-profit organizations are created under section 8. Actually, it is called under section 8 company. Okay,
okay, sir.
so these are NGOs or non-profit organization. Okay, now cannot carry out NBFC activities. NBFC means non-banking financing activities. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so what is non-banking financing companies? They are not bank, but they are doing business of financing. They are doing business of money lending or deposit.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so you cannot carry on the business of NBFC by creating a 1%. So this is also a NBFC restriction. The next is paid up share capital cannot be more than 50 lakhs. If your paid up capital, actually for 1% company, 50 lakh is very uh, big amount. Yes, huge amount.
Yes, sir.
So if you are creating a company, 1% company, then you need to invest only up to 50 lakhs. If you invest more than this in share capital, then your company will become a private company.
Okay, sir.
And then all the condition of private company will be applicable, and you need at least 2 members.
Okay, sir.
The next is average annual turnover should not exceed 2 crore. Means if you are selling goods worth rupees 2 crore, then it is a 1% company. But if sale is more than 2 crore, then it will become private.
Okay, sir.
Minimum 1 director, maximum 15 director. You can see in private company, it is minimum 2 directors, maximum 15. So maximum limit is same, but minimum 1 director can do the business, because in 1% company, generally the operation is managed by that 1% only. Okay, they can hire a manager for other operation, but the main control is in the owner.
Yes, sir.
And the last one is 1% can only form only one OPC, 1% company. Means if 1% wants to create any OPC, means 1% company, then they can create only one OPC, 1%, one OPC. It is not like that you created many OPC, 5 to 6, and you are doing different businesses. It is not like that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So these are our types of companies. Now, do you have any question in this part?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there any other types of company you know about?
So joint stock company.
Joint stock company. It is a company other name.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Actually, the
Yes.
chapter name is company accounting for share capital. So you can say it is name of a company, joint stock. It is also called joint stock.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Joint stock means actually is here stock means shares. So many person has invested their money in share of the company. That's why it is called joint stock.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So this is our company concept. Now, there are some important documents of company I told you about. You remember any name? The important document of company. Yes. Not remember. Hello, Ritika.
No, sir, I can't remember it.
So important document. First is prospectus. The second is memorandum of association. And the third is article of association. Okay. So now what are these concepts? Prospectus, memorandum of association, and article of association. So when company wants to uh, take money from public, okay, so they invite application for purchase of securities like share and debenture, okay. So company sell their shares in the public by inviting them, and for invitation purpose they issue an advertisement with prospectus.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so why they issue prospectus? Because it is actually made compulsory by the government, that's why they issue. But why government made compulsory? Because if you want to invest money, let's say if you want to invest money, what will be your first action? Anywhere, if you want to invest money, what will be your first action?
So you should know the market or the firm you're investing in.
I'm not saying that you are investing money into the share only. Okay, you are investing money anywhere. Okay, whatever you want to invest, you choose. What do you think is best investment as per your opinion? You are commerce
But
student, so yes. Okay, let me give you some examples of investment so that you will be clear for this. Actually, sometimes the student get confused that where we invest money. So first is real estate. You know what is real estate?
yes, sir.
Property,
Yes, sir.
shares and debentures of company. Actually, shares are different categories, so I'm not writing debenture with this. Shares, debentures, and mutual fund, government bond, FD, fixed deposit or recurring deposit, and land or any business. So these are options you have for investment. You want to know about it or you already know things like this? If
There
you
are
don't
many.
understand any of this, you can ask. Yes,
What is it? Government bonds.
government bonds.
Yes, sir.
Okay, actually, from time to time, government need money for some large project. Okay, and they issue their bond with some specified return interest rate. Okay,
Thank you, sir.
so government bond, you can invest money into that. They will give you some specific interest rate.
Okay, sir.
FDRD is a deposit that we do in bank. Land, you
Yes, sir.
know, mutual funds. This is very
Common.
actually common word. Debenture,
Mutual.
share, and business. So, what will be your first investment?
So maybe Maybe real estate or land.
Real estate or land. Okay. Real estate is better than land. Okay. So actually, when I talk about this in my classes here, the face-to-face classes, so one of the student after the class started asking about shares and then how to invest the money into it, and then things like that how I will invest money. So his age is less than 18, so he cannot uh, create demat account for that. So that's why I told him to start from that age, because it is risky.
Yes, sir.
In shares, if you don't know the company and you invest money, then it is a risk. Now, what is real estate? Means you invest in property. Very good. Your option is a good investment. Actually, there is less risk in real estate. And also for a real estate investment, you can take loan from the bank. In any of these other things like share, debenture, mutual fund, government bond, FD, RD, or land, you cannot get any loan from the bank. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So many good investor take loan from the bank, invest in real estate, and then give this property on rent. And from rent, they pay the loan. So they get the property with minimum investment. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is real estate. Now, uh, so whenever you want to invest in real estate, you want to know the property rate in that locality. Yes.
Yes, sir.
You want to know that how much return it will give.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So many things about that property, that building, or the apartment that you want to purchase, you want to know about that. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So before investing money, we collect information. And for this information, we have to go on internet for any company information. That's why in prospectus, there is every detail required about the company. Okay. So it is given in the prospectus. So any investor wants to purchase the share of company, then they can download the prospectus and see the details of the company, that how much it is earning, what is the total assets of the company, liabilities of the company, and what is their main business, what is the risk. So all the details is given in prospectus. So before investing money, uh, you get the prospectus from the company and you know about the company after that.
Okay, sir.
The next is memorandum of association. Now, you know about partnership deed.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what is partnership deed?
The partnership deed is an agreement between the partners which specifies all the clauses in the business.
Okay. And
And it can also be used as an evidence for solving disputes.
okay. Okay. So partnership deed has different contents given it, rights, duties. Yes. Different
Yes, sir.
provisions like interest on capital, the investment, invested capital, name of partners, their details. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So details that is given in partnership deed is divided in these two for a company.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So that's why memorandum of association and article of association are two things. So basic detail about company is given in memorandum. Okay, that how much capital is given by which shareholders, the directors of company is written in memorandum of association. And in article, rights, objects, objective, these things are written. So the scope of business and any duties to be performed by companies. So these are written in memorandum of association and article of association.
Okay, sir.
So these are the important document of the company. And if you read these three documents, then you know the 70 to 75 information about the company. There are some information that for that you have to go through the financial statement, but basic detail you can easily read these three for a company.
Okay, sir.
Now, do you have any doubt in these concepts?
No, sir.
Okay, so everything is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then. So that's all for today.